Hola Gameleros, pues aquí nos habíamos quedado en la entrada del hospital. Acabábamos de llegar con nuestro nuevo amigo el Dr. Swansea.
It's okay, Jonathan. I'll see you later.
Vale, parece que por aquí no vamos a poder subir. Dejamos la barca y buscamos el lugar. A ver quién hay aquí. Aquí hay alguna pelea.
Each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, dry it all.
Algo que le provoca beber la sangre.
What will London have to say to me?
Gosh, that hurts.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Qué poco agradecido.
I've a mind to let you bleed out. Good luck then, sir.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. Me guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Calidad de la sangre indica experiencia. Recibirás de un ciudadano. Cuanto más alta sea, más experiencia. Cautivar. Cautivar para llevarlo a un lugar aparte, lejos de miradas indiscretas. Con la Q cautivamos a Clay. Bien.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Lo apartamos para que nadie nos vea. Sentenciar o liberar. Vale. Pues voy a liberar.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Bien. Ha decidido perdonar a Clay. A ver qué hay por aquí.
What happened?
Ahora está como atontado. Nosotros le hemos liberado, con lo cual no parece que podamos ahora llevarle a ningún sitio. Pues seguimos avanzando.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Aluminio en polvo. A ver por dónde entramos. Me está esperando la enfermera.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
En la segunda planta.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
And Mr. Hampton?
I gave him a sedative.
If you could point me in the direction of...
Second floor of the hospital, left.
En la segunda ya nos lo había dicho.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Muy amable no es, ¿eh?
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Vale, dejamos
Thank
esta
you, Nurse
conversación. Dejamos la conversación y buscamos la entrada del hospital, que tiene que estar por aquí, pero como siempre voy a fisgonear un poco. Aunque no parece que aquí vaya a haber muchas cosillas que coger.
It is the last thing our patients need.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
No voy ahora a ponerme a preguntarle cosas personales, ni la conozco.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Entramos.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Vale, aquí no hay mucho que... Vamos a buscar nuestro despacho, que yo creo que ahora será lo más interesante.
Not now.
El despacho del Dr. Swansea. Nueva opción. Anda. Es un quirófano. Historia clínica de Telbooth. Convaleciente por determinar el alta. Cara con quemaduras graves y desfigurada. Una causa de una bomba de la guerra. Las heridas como si siguiesen ardiendo debajo de la piel. No hay signos de inflamación. Cicatrices limpias. Dolor fantasma. Dolor fantasma por causa de la muerte de sus compañeros. Bueno, puede ser que haya gente que se siente culpable cuando a otros les pasa algo y ellos sobreviven. Imagino que es algo psicológico, algo psiquiátrico. Este también
It's locked, all
está
right.
cerrado. Aquí al lado hay como un cuarto para guardar un poco todo, de todo. Entramos, en este sí es el nuestro.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Querido Jonathan, un despacho para usted en la segunda planta. Debo descansar un poco. Podrá dormir todo el día sin ser molestado y trabajar por la noche. Novedoso, futura colaboración, etcétera. Si queréis leerlo tranquilamente, ya sabéis, le dais al pause. Una oportunidad poco común y un privilegio. Aproximarse a un vampiro para observar. Puede actuar como un mortal en todo momento. El ojo humano no sigue sus movimientos. Velocidad sobrenatural. Sujetos a limitaciones físicas. Obligar a los mortales a obedecerlos. Incluso destruir su mente. Lleva tiempo dominar una habilidad así. Debilidad por la sangre. Su voluntad para frenarse a sí mismos. Impulso. Fascinación por ella. Vale. Frasco de vidrio.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Fabricación. La muestra que habíamos cogido de sangre de William Bishop. Analizar. Vale. Suero revitalizante. Regenera 300 puntos de salud. Vale, con
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Vale, parece que necesita descansar. La muestra de William no es estable. Reponer todo. Parece que no podemos hacer nada aquí ahora. Pues lo que queda es descansar. Lanza sanguínea. Vale, táctica. Muelle, un movimiento sobrenatural. Estado del cuerpo, 50% más de salud. Espera, a ver, aquí. Mordedura, vale. Mordedura salvaje. Confirmamos. La noche siguiente.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Actualización de la misión. Ayuda a combatir la epidemia. Atiende la puerta. Tengo que acabar más pruebas. De momento seguiré representando mi papel de médico. Vale, no sé si ahora puedo hacer alguna cosa aquí. Nada.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
¿Podría coger agua por aquí? No lo tengo muy claro. No tenía un objeto. Grasa. Muestra de sangre y grasa.
Hurry now, Doctor. It's freezing here.
Vale, no veo que aquí pueda coger agua. Vamos a ver.
Dr. Swansea asked me to collect you, Dr. Reed. Hurry up!
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Nurse, this room is off limits, and I'd prefer to keep it that way. Make sure the rest of the staff are so informed.
Of course, Doctor. And what about the antiseptics? Or do I inform the staff that you're too busy?
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Vale. Tenemos que ir al edificio de la morgue. Me da un poco de mal yuyu. Que se supone que está detrás del hospital. No sé si se podrá acceder desde aquí. ¿Será esto?
It's locked.
No, he entrado por un sitio y he salido por el otro. A ver, vamos a intentarlo desde aquí, que será más sencillo, digo yo. Hombre.
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed, still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
Este da como que sabe algo más de lo que...
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favour.
Only the strongest survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
Bueno, vamos a dejarle...
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Tenemos cosas que hacer y me da que aparecerá más veces este William Cox.
Skull voices in the garden.
Es aquí.
I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Oye voces en el jardín, pues a ver qué nos encontramos. Oh, oh. Ya nos ven. Bien. Creo que la puerta era al final, de la que tenemos la llave. Aquí no parece que se pueda entrar o subir a ningún sitio. Otro menos. Pero aquí no veo ninguna puerta. No, estamos entrando al hospital. Cuidado, cuidado. Yo y mi GPS interno. El edificio es este. Vamos por el otro lado. Ahí hay dos. Venga. Solo nos queda este. Vamos, 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 vamos. Dale. Bien, bien, bien. Algo que apañar. Sangre revitalizante. Y este nada. Varilla de plomo. Ah, sí, aquí hay algo. Otra muestra de sangre. A ver si nos llevamos más sustos. Vale, aquí está la puerta. Bueno, estamos en la antigua morgue. Aquí nos podemos llevar más sorpresas. Y seguro que nos las llevamos. Un fuego encendido. Esa es la salida. Frasco de vidrio. A ver si alguno nos sirve para regar la planta. Nos metemos por aquí. No. Habrá que subir, supongo. Uf, aquí va a haber algo. ¿O no? Esto está... espera. Chelines, como muy abandonado. Subimos. Oh. Cuidado que este esquiva bien. Venga, venga. Vamos.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. It's locked.
Vamos, gameleros. Esto no es nada para nosotros. Aquí está lo que veníamos a buscar. Quinina y frasco de vidrio. Y por aquí hay más cosillas. A ver.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Hoy no sé yo si quiero entrar en el sótano, ¿eh? ¿Entramos? Vaya. Toma, toma, toma. Cuidado, cuidado que me... Toma. Pesado. Pues como iba diciendo, no sé yo si deberíamos entrar en el sótano, pero me parece que tenemos que hacerlo. Pero no pasa nada porque puede ser muy divertido. Aparte, no olvidemos que somos un vampiro. Y los vampiros no le temen a nada. Aquí hay más cosas para coger.
Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Pues todo lo que sea de utilidad lo apañamos, sí señor. Bajar al sótano y si subimos. Un segundo. Ajá. Vale. No, era lo que quería comprobar. Pero con estas comprobaciones idiotas me he quedado sin sangre. No me gusta, ¿eh? Aquí no hay nada más, bajamos. Vamos, gameleros, para abajo. Estaba al lado de la escalera, si no recuerdo mal. Aquí. Ahora estoy en desventaja por haber malgastado la sangre. Me venía bien encontrar alguna ratica. Sí, voy sigilosamente.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals.
Pero hay otro ahí.
They're not after blood.
Uno menos. Bien, ahí hay otro. Joder. Me cachis, casi me pilla. ¿Hay algún otro por ahí esperando? Chelines. A ver qué nos encontramos. Por ahora las peleas están siendo todas como muy iguales, no se ve mucha originalidad, pero bueno, imagino que vayan mejorando un poco. Absorción de sangre, un tipo de arma para la mano izquierda. Equipa y pulsa para absorber sangre directamente. Equípala y pulsa para absorber sangre directamente. Consulta médico forense. Hay una nueva investigación sobre ciudadanos. Esta es la enfermera que había cuando llegamos. Neumonía avanzada a causa de la muerte por virus. Enfermera Windy Brannigan.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Sus heridas no coinciden con la investigación, con el informe. ¿Y esa cabecilla ahí?
It's locked, all right.
Vaya.
Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps?
Una espuma rosácea, quizá sobredosis, tórax abierto.
The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened.
Vale. Hematomas en piernas y brazos.
Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman.
Pulmones operados.
A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Dr. Tippett. Hay que tener una charla con él. Parece que equivocó la medicación o los sistemas de operación. Bueno, el caso es que no hizo lo correcto. Hay que interrogar al Dr. Tippett y a la enfermera Brannigan sobre esta negligencia médica. Pues... allí hay otro. Muchas puertas veo yo por aquí, ¿eh? Oh, oh. ¿Qué onda, eh? Uy, este es de los malos. Este es de los malos fuertes. Y encima es eso. Vaya. Bien, bien,
These
este ha sido la
scars
buena.
are so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
Mi trabajo me ha costado. Vamos a buscar el hipoclorito, importante. Antes no nos dejaba subir, pero ahora sí. Tiene que estar por aquí. Aquí es para fabricar, pero imagino que habrá que encontrar antes el hipoclorito de sodio. No lo veo, a ver. Bueno, cuidado
Sodium hypochlorite.
que me muerde.
Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
Delante de las narices el hipoclorito de sodio. Anemia, agotamiento. Bien. No tengo para nada más porque había estado preparando otras cosillas y he gastado lo... Lleva los medicamentos a Dorothy Crane en la habitación del paciente. Pues a ver, no me acuerdo exactamente. Oh, aún nos quedaba uno aquí para fastidiar. Bueno, a ver si nos dejan tranquilamente. Hay más. Salir de aquí, que es lo que quiero ya. Bueno, la enfermera que buscábamos al principio, yo creo que la habíamos visto por aquí. Era esta.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
Qué poquito hablan bien de este hospital, ¿no?
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
Falta la esperanza.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with.
La enfermera Brannigan, que la estamos
You really
buscando.
seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
En fin,
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
no voy a preguntarle más. Espera, espera. Sí, yo creo que me he quedado con alguna, pero primero voy a la enfermera Brannigan.
If only I were young again.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
No quiere soltar prenda.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett.
Tippett.
He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Y quizá ahí estuvo el fallo de la operación que vimos antes, que estaba cansado y algo hizo que no estaba bien. A ver una cosa, calidad de la sangre, sano.
Do you require medical assistance, nurse?
Thank you for your concern, but I'm fine.
Vale. Cautivar a la enfermera.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Ahí vamos a por la negligencia, a ver si nos dice algo.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett's in our situation?
Entiendo lo que hizo, no tenía ningún derecho, asumió un gran
Perhaps
riesgo.
you did it with the best intentions, Nurse Brannigan, but you took a great risk. Must I remind you that a man died?
You mean you've never made a mistake? Never covered your tracks? Come on, Doctor. I wasn't born yesterday.
No puedo acceder a nada más.
Tell me what...
If I had not...
You can't...
Look around...
Perhaps...
You mean...
Why does
If it-
Dr...
No tengo más pistas. Cautivar. No me da opción, la verdad, aquí a cautivar.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Bien, ahora tengo que volver a hablar con él para que me hable de la negligencia. A ver si dice algo.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake.
Bueno, es
That's the
sincero.
blunt truth.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman.
Ni siquiera
I
sabe
had
quién
no
era
time to talk with him.
o qué hacía.
No one claimed the body.
Nadie reclamó el cuerpo.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
No volverá a pasar. Detallitos. Detallitos, ¿verdad? No sé por qué me sale la opción de cautivar, no me deja. Yo creo que igual hay ciertas personas o ciertos momentos que no habría opción. No me deja, ¿no? Yo lo encubriré.
I will cover for you, Dr. Tippett, by keeping what happened to Mr. Connor to myself.
I don't know what to say, actually. I can't exactly force you to become my accomplice.
You didn't force me. This is my decision to make. I believe you're still of use to the hospital, considering the situation.
Then I can make you this promise. As soon as the epidemic is eradicated, I will resign.
Bueno, pues
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
le estamos haciendo como un favor. En la habitación del paciente. Thomas Elwood, desconocido, desconocido. Pippa Hawkins, Thomas Elwood. Sian Hampton. Tengo que buscar a Dorothy Crane, que sinceramente no me acuerdo quién era.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Por
Yes,
supuesto.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Las enfermedades empeoran la calidad de la sangre de un ciudadano. Usa la medicina adecuada para curarlas. Habla con el paciente de la habitación que hay detrás de Dorothy para comprobar su estado de salud.
So many deaths. And still more coming. Good evening, sir. How can we be sure we're making a difference? I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts.
Me duele la
I
garganta.
suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you
Sí,
at
no.
least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
No quiere hablar de él y hacen falta pistas.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
Pues solo cuestiones médicas.
Talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient...
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick.
Le duele algo más. ¿El
Perhaps
qué?
your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
Ni hablar ni escribir.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'll let you get some rest then.
En realidad,
Waste your time with me.
quizá la acompañante
Good
nos
evening,
diga algo.
madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
Pues la madre no dice nada de nada. Vida en Londres.
What do you think of your...
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
No se darán cuenta de la situación.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
Una rica heredera.
May I ask if you have an
Bueno, una
occupation,
rica que ha
Mrs. Goswick?
heredado, más
I'm
bien
a
dicho.
teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
Son
The ambulance
sacando.
driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Never could keep anything from
Espera. A ver si me dice algo más ahora el paciente.
How are you?
I'm okay.
No, esto sigue igual.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Pues... no olvides crear sangre de un ciudadano. Ya. Vamos a hablar con el doctor Swansea. A ver cuál era su despachín. Este.
Please, Jonathan, come in.
Come in.
Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
Sí, es divertido.
I'm a dead man. I was murdered. Now I'm a murderer. Tell me how this is a gift.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Una por otra.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please.
Bueno, un encarguito.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Vampiro buscando
Discretion is in
fondos.
order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Habla con la benefactora del hospital. Bueno. Pues hasta aquí dejamos este capítulo. Y ya seguimos con el siguiente. Yo creo que lo mejor es descansar un poquito. Y luego ya hablamos lo que haga falta con Lady Ashbury. Anda. Antes esto no estaba abierto. Una nueva forma de entrar y salir. Bueno, nos vemos. Bye, Gameleros.